Okay, let's take a look at a lens that I've never reviewed before. I've got 3 of them. Why do you got 3 of them? Because they're so incredible. Well, why do you have 3 of them? Because they're damn cheap. Well, why do you have 3 of them? Because this lens is the tits. Okay, let's take a look at a real art lens and not a fart lens. Okay, there's something else called an art lens, and it's $1,000 turd. Okay, it's a turd. It's got too much glass in it. It's very poor construction. They are famous for 2 things. Whatever you think about the rendition, which is flat, by the way, and has very poor color saturation. Okay, and they've got a cult following. Well, you're not going to tell me I spent $1,000 in this lens and it's not awesome. I mean, it's metal. Shh. What's your spectrum of experience with lenses? Well, it's not much. I've only ever owned 6 or 7 lenses, so how do you know it's really a good? Well, it just is. It's expensive and a lot of people like it. Bandwagon fallacy. Yeah, people think I'm crazy, right? Crazy like a fox. Famous for 2 things. Poor aperture quality control. They're famous for crashing, especially plan on shooting them in a continuous high. And they're not weather sealed on the front element. People will go out and just a tiny little sprinkle of water will come, and if it hits the front element, hits the edge, it'll immediately creep underneath and create a nasty water spot. I mean, they're famous for that. Famous. You'll never see that in their advertising. So let's take a look at a real art lens. Well, it's an art. What does an art lens mean? It's nothing other than an advertising gimmick, okay? Nothing. Is it a good lens? Let's see. What's your spectrum of experience to say whether it's a good lens or not? Let's see. Talk about sharpness, color rendition, the distortion, the vignetting, the chroma, corner-to-corner sharpness. Does it have a good depth rendition? That's actually something nobody talks about, and it blows my freaking mind. I talk about renditional distortion. Okay, this is a 7-element prime lens. Now this is the Voigtlander 58mm f1.4 Noct. Now, Noct is Latin for night, and the reason they're calling it the Noct, Nikon, of course, was the first to have the Noct lens. Now, the original 58mm, by the way, you probably don't know this, the original 58mm 1.4 Noct manual focus Nikon, which was never made anywhere near as good as this, is now a collector's lens. So typically costs you $2,500 to $3,000 to find a copy of it. Now Nikon makes a current Noct lens, and it's a G series, and it is a big plastic turd. It is also 7 elements, but it has no aperture ring, and yeah, it's autofocus. How much is it? Oh, it's $1,700. Well, let's let price being irrelevant. Does it produce better images than the Voigtlander 58mm f1.4 Noct? No, it doesn't. The color saturation isn't as good, and it actually has odd contrast. Defining that, you can take a look at the Flickr page if you want. I actually had one at one point in time. I got it cheap, and I got it for $1,200, and I kept it for a month, and I resold it. I think I made $150 off of it. Anyway, this is an incredibly heavy lens. Obviously, it's not a pancake. I got all of the 58mm, I mean all the Voigtlanders lined up here, including the 20, 28, 40, and another 58mm that I've got. I'll have you a close-up look at this lens here on the second video in a second. Yeah, it's 11.2 ounces. It's incredibly heavy. Now, this lens only has one issue, and that's not an issue at all. It's actually a good thing. You'll hear everybody, if you actually do any web research on this, and I knew it when I first got it, and the Tokina has the same issue out in bright sunlight. Tokina 100mm macro doesn't have an issue unless you're shooting out like on a really bright sunny day near the beach or something. It overexposes, so you got to crank down, change your exposure compensation by half a stop, I mean third of a stop or 2/3 of a stop. On the Voigtlander, typical, everybody agrees that unless it's all the way open, that overexposure, especially the brighter the light is, more so it is the case, that you can just set your camera for negative 2/3 of a stop. And the reason for that is that this really isn't an f1.4 lens, it's really like an f1.3. So it does overexpose by 2/3 of a stop. Now how much of a difficulty is that? Well, it's consistent, so it's not a difficulty at all. So when you pop it on your camera, set your exposure comp for negative 2/3 of a stop, no big deal. This lens isn't great. This lens isn't good. This lens isn't the cat's ass. This lens is the tits. It has a very unique quality to it. Just go on to the Flickr page for the Voigtlander 58mm. Okay, there are thousands and thousands of shots there. I mean, you don't have to trust my pictures. Just go on there and take a look at 800 different people's Voigtlander's 58mm and take a look at the shots. It produces better images, better color saturation. Is beautiful. Now, what is beautiful? I mean, that's obviously a subjective premise, and some people's idea of beautiful is high contrast, comic book looking images. Other people's low key and soft. For what this is, now really can't really talk about an art lens because the term art lens doesn't mean a damn thing. Is it a good lens or is it not? You can adjust it in post to make it look pretty much however you want. But it does have a soft, and by soft I don't mean unsharp. It has a beautiful aura of both saturation and rendition, and the depth on it is incredible. It's an absolutely awesome lens. This lens is insanely, one of the best things about this lens is that it is insanely underpriced. Typically you can find these for $330 used, like new. 99% of them come out of Japan. Most Americans and Europeans never heard of a Voigtlander. They just haven't. Like I said, the current Nikon version of this, which is autofocus, yeah, we all know that, is $1,700. The older AIS lens, which is no better, it's actually not as good as the current 58mm Noct. I said Noct is Latin for night, night meaning the lens is fast and therefore you can shoot in low light. That is what Noct means. The premise of it originally. $1,700. This lens new is, I believe, $480 from B&H. You get it on Camera Quest. Camera Quest is actually the cheapest. They're $450. Go to cameraquest.com and you can grab this lens, and for $1 more in a bundle. But no, I have no connection to them. They don't give me anything. For $1 more, you'll get a $60 B&W filter to go with it, so $549 I believe, and you just add an additional $1 and you get a package. So you get a $60 filter, German-made filter for $1. Yeah, this lens is the tits. It's incredible. That's why I own 3 of them. The other one's in the other room here. Here's the other one. Okay, I'll show you a close-up in a second. Now, if you go on eBay, you'll notice there'll be 2 different looking ones of these, okay? This one has a rubber grip on it, and this one is all metal, like an old AIS knurled all metal focus ring here. Obviously, the rubber undergoes deterioration, as any rubber ring does. This is the older lens, this is the newer one, okay? They're both SL2s. Both are optically 100% identical. The only thing they changed is this one looks taller, but it's not. It's just that fat lens cap that's sitting on it. Is that they changed from the rubber knurling to something that'll basically last forever. I mean, we all know what happens to rubber, especially if you got oily hands. The rubber deteriorates. It's no big deal to actually swap out the rubber ring on this, but I mean, this nice metal ring on here is nice. You can buy both currently, still new, and typically this one I think on Camera Quest is $30 cheaper. I can't remember if that's exactly correct, $25 or $30 cheaper than this one. I'd go for this one because it's metal. This one's my older one. Both are equally good, so if you see 2 different 58mm f1.4 Nox for Nikon DSLRs, they're both the same optically, they're both the same weight. The only difference is the rubber ring for focusing and the all-metal ring with knurling on it. Not knurling, but vertical slots for focusing. I was trying to think of what else to say about this lens. Yeah, 40 degrees of coverage. It's absolutely a perfect normal lens. Many people think that 60mm is not normal. It is. To me, it's normal for an FX camera. It's a perfect lens too. Basically 60mm, 58, 60, whatever. 90mm is a perfect damn lens for DX cameras and FX. This is a normal lens for FX, and this is a perfect portrait. Now, to me, even 90mm is a normal lens. I mean, I'm a bit of an oddball, but I mean, unless you actually, once you reach 100mm or go below 40mm, 40 to 100mm to me, FX or DX is normal. I mean, that's not the technical premise of it, but to me, that's normal. I know the different fields of view that they have. Obviously, I've got a huge pile of lenses, but to me, that's normal. Anything at 35 or below, to me, is wide. Obviously, anything 100 or above is tele. Other people's premise of that is totally different, but that's purely my subjective premise. But it is a perfect lens for use on DX cameras. It's an FX lens. This lens is insanely damn underpriced. This lens is the tits. Okay, it's the tits, but how much? It's cheap! I mean, it's just stupid cheap. Well, how great is this lens? Oh, let's see. It is constructed like a $10,000 Leica. It's sharp as hell, got great color saturation. It's only got 7 elements in it, unlike that fart lens, which has too much glass, has bad depth rendition, and poor color saturation. So this lens is incredible. It's cheap as hell. It's sharp as hell. It has great depth rendering. Okay, this is the real art lens. I mean, if you want to use the term art applied to something, well, that other lens is $1,000. It's got to be better. No, it's not. This is better. Anybody, you could give this lens and the fart lens to a blind person and say, which is the better quality? And we'll focus with this thing and go, oh my God. Oh, that's quality. Oh, is Rolls-Royce starting to make camera lenses now? I mean, that's what would happen. That's how good this lens is. That's why I've got 3 of them. Why do you have 3? Because it's... I could buy 3 of these for what one of the fart lenses cost. Actually, more than 3. 3.5 of them. This is the superior lens. This is the real art lens. 7 elements. Divine Sublime will work because it has CPU contacts in the rear. Work on D3000 series and D5000 series cameras. This is it. Just go to the Flickr page and say you don't trust my images. I don't care. Go there. Check out 800 different people that own this lens. Most people never heard about it. This lens used, like I said, $330, $350. You're not going to find anything finer than this. It's like getting a Rolls Royce for $1,000, and yeah, it's pretty much analogous to that. I don't know what else I can actually say about it. You either take my word on it or not. I'm not making a dime off of anything I promote, so that is that. Thanks for watching my latest video, and drop me a buck or two. Tell me to go jump off a cliff, or go tell me to screw myself. Whatever makes you the most happy. It's nice talking to you. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.